Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 2 of the Unnamed podcast. And just like last week, I'm your host, Austin, and to my right...
I'm actually to your...
No, I got it right this
Yeah,
time.
the last time we didn't know what directions were. I'm Jordan.
And we have a lot... We have a lot to talk about today. However, I'm going to start us off with our opening segment. Just like last week, I swear this is a different episode, guys. Promise. Different episode.
See, they know it's different because there's video this time. Last time there was not video.
This isn't a black screen. We're getting there, guys. So, opening segment today is something that I'm sure most of us can relate, and to my right is a Lions fan. So,
I got nothing for you.
He can definitely relate to this. What do you do when one of the teams you support sucks? Not just is rebuilding or in sports purgatory. They're just flat out bad. And I have a little anecdote. My first hockey game that I watched, not actually a Tampa Bay Lightning or the Panthers game, Phoenix Coyotes game against, much to his chagrin, here's this, the Red Wings.
Hey.
My parents are both from Ohio. Don't like the Red Wings at all. They wanted the Coyotes to win. Understandable. So for a very long time, this was 13 years ago now, 14 years ago. It's been a while. I have been supporting the Coyotes, whether they were the Phoenix Coyotes playing in Dale Arena. They were the Coyotes playing in Shopping.com Arena, and that was just cringy as fuck.
That is guaranteed.
Oh, God, guaranteed rate. We can get on.
That's
Separate topic. Or Arizona Coyotes playing in Gila River Arena. Yeah. A few years ago, I had hope. Because they went to the Western Conference Finals. The Kings came along. Bad. Kings won the Stanley Cup that year. Ever since then, I have not had hope. As we are slowly approaching hockey season, every year I go through the process. What do I do about the Coyotes? Do I want to continue to be this team for so long? At 21, a relatively large part of my life. Or do I find a different hockey team? Now that the Lightning are starting to be relevant again, Panthers are kind of on the up and up. And Blue Jackets of Columbus don't suck. Weird to say. There's that little anecdote. What do you do when your team starts sucking? Leave? Or do you get a Lions fan and just watch as they hang playoff appearance banners?
Hey, they took those down.
We're getting to that in a second.
Hey.
We are getting to the playoff banners in a second.
I mean, it's embarrassing that we ever had them hung, but
that's our opening segment, guys. A little something to think about. Let's get into the show. Now, we're going to get into what I just said. There are two Lions things that I want to get. I can't do.
Oh, the hats gone. We're both hatless. Both have hats here, but the hats are out.
Now, as I was saying, there are two things that I want to get your opinion on.
Oh boy.
Number one is the playoff banner. How do you feel that they're finally coming down?
It's for me, I think it means that they're finally in the right direction. Like they're in the right direction with the team they're putting on the field. They're in the right direction with, I won't say ownership because it's still the same ownership. It's just Martha Ford making the calls instead of everyone else, husband. It's, oddly enough, general manager, team president, who I grilled for the longest time when he first.
Yeah, you did.
Guy came to the team and he had no football experience. He'd been a CEO of places before. Been a president of a football team. But he really has kind of stayed back. He hasn't done anything football-wise. I really like the way the team is right now. So to take the playoff banners down, it's just kind of like, it's just more going towards that way of thinking that we're putting 50, 60 some years of suckiness trying to behind us and move on and maybe start to become like a, and not even just that, just
a team that
an organization that you look at and then you're like, oh,
you don't laugh at.
Yeah, we're not the Cleveland Browns. Like everyone laughs at the Browns, and for good reason. Or for the Colts when they put up like an AFC
finalist.
Yeah, AFC finalist banner. So for making it to the championship game, they put up a banner, which was bizarre because the Colts were good when they put that banner up.
And they happened to get blown out in the second half of that game. So my one little story about that. Years ago, this is like 4 years ago. I went to Ford Field for the MAC championship.
Right.
And see these freaking banners. And it's like, what? Playoff appearance banners. They're not even like, they didn't even look good.
No.
They're freaking ugly.
No, and if you look back also at the NFL championship banners that they have from back before this, I didn't even think.
I think they should get rid of those, but I mean,
yeah,
that's part of team history. I understand.
I'm good with being up. But they're ugly banners.
Oh,
to your point, they are terrible looking banners.
Like those NFL championship back before the Super Bowl. Like, yeah, I understand you want those up because it's part of team history.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
I understand that, but like realistically, and then that kind of makes me. If I were a Lions fan, like. Because the last one was what, in 57? I don't want to remember that.
No.
I don't want to be able to go in, like, if I were a season ticket holder for the Lions, thank God I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm glad
I wouldn't mind. I would not mind one bit if I was a Lions season Ford Field.
It's a nice stadium.
Nuts lately.
It's a nice stadium.
Love it.
However, I just would not be able to go into Ford Field every home game, whether it's on Sunday, Thursday, or Monday. Or the potential of a Saturday or Friday.
I'm pretty sure the Lions have a Saturday game.
I'm about to say they probably do. Yeah. I would not be able to go into Ford Field every home game, see a banner that says NFL Championship 1957.
And that be your most recent championship.
Exactly. Like, I just wouldn't be able to. Like, the Browns, and I want to say it was 6.
Oh,
56 or 58. Around the same, like, year before or year after the Lions won. The Browns won. They don't have their banner hanging up. They have it set in, like, their Hall of Fame music thing.
I'm sure at some point the Lions will take theirs down, like, when they win a Super Bowl, win the NFC or something like that.
I can understand you want that to be part of your team history, but for the love of God, like, when the most recent, that is your team, that's the only thing that your team has ever accomplished. Take them down. Put them in your team. Every freaking team has like a thing. Put those banners there. Don't hang them over the field for every season ticket holder, everyone who buys Lions tickets, or tickets to go to Ford Field, whether it's for a Lions game, for a MAC championship, for a concert, or you're an away fan. Come on. If I was an away fan, any team that played Ford, I saw that, I would just be like, great.
People do grill us for championship banners. They also, but the playoff banners were by far worse.
The playoff banners were worse. So there's that. Second one.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
The funny thing is about the playoff banners is that they were taken down because of renovations to Ford Field, and they took them down, and then they just decided not to put them back up.
Yeah,
I love it. Browns did have they have 4 NFL championships all back before. Was 50, 54, 55, and 60.
64.
Same sort of deal. So
the
the
thing
55.
Is, all of those are in their freaking their Browns music. There's not a lot of the Browns.
Yeah, I was gonna say that must be the worst.
They have a wall of every quarterback who's played for the Browns in the past 19. So 19 quarterbacks. Oh, but second thing, thanks for Googling it. I was not quite sure. Second thing, how do you feel about Lions inviting Calvin Johnson back from Indy? Even though he's been retired for...
I like it. Because he's not gonna play at minicamp. No. Obviously, that's not what he's for. They invited him to training camp. I would assume kind of try and mend it because lately he some media outlets and whatnot, and saying part of the reason he retired is because the Lions were so bad. Which, Barry Sanders probably would say the same thing if he were ever honest about it.
Yeah.
If anybody really knew truly why Barry Sanders retired, he'd probably say the same thing. But I like it in the fact that, he's been saying everything that he has, and it's become storyline every time. I like the fact that the Lions say, hey, you guys, you come talk to us, and we'll try to fix it. Yeah, obviously, he's never going to play for the Lions again. No. I wouldn't be surprised if he played in the NFL again, and I think that because if he wants to play in the NFL again, it won't be for the Lions. But at the same time, if he wants to play again, the Lions have to let him go because he's still under contract with Detroit.
Which
they still have his rights for a while.
Let's talk about that first.
Okay.
He is still get back to this. He is still basically by the line. Like his contract.
His NFL life is.
Yeah. They still paying him? I don't know.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think
if
so.
You're still paying,
well,
he would now be 35, 34. Yeah, 34 or 35. And this team still has his rights to his contract. Hired for 3 years. Two things. A, why Detroit? What delusion are you... Back to the nostalgia thing. He didn't play for a very long time there. He was the lone bright spot on the line.
Oh, he was the superstar that they hadn't had since Sanders. I mean, they had nobody. Yeah, I mean, this is the Lions we're talking about.
He was the lone bright spot on the Lions. I understand. It comes back to what we were talking about last week. There is this nostalgia principle there.
Yeah.
But come on, this man is clearly... Point my mic towards me.
That might help.
A bit. Clearly, never go play for the Lions again, even if he doesn't, or if he unretires.
Yeah, no, he wouldn't play for the Lions.
And I know definitely his first year of retirement and the second season, he was getting paid by him.
Probably.
Like, I just don't understand that. Like, okay, I understand you don't want him to go. If he comes back, you want him to come back to you.
Yeah.
Just like I'm sure after Brett Favre retired, the Packers wanted him to come back.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, realistically, look at where they're at now with Aaron Rodgers. I feel like that's not world there because Aaron Rodgers is a pretty damn good quarterback. Like,
play him twice.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
I can't stand Aaron Rodgers, man. Torches him.
Usually don't have to play him even once a year.
No.
Unless it's in the preseason.
Yeah, right.
Oh, yeah. Hey, we're only 3 weeks away from preseason football. Actually, no. I think we might only be 2 weeks.
We're getting very, very close.
Let's see.
Starts
on the 6th. Some either 6th or 13th. 2 to 3 weeks away.
Yeah, preseason football is one of those things where it's just like it's so bad, but at the same time it's football and you haven't gotten any football since February.
Yeah, you're excited for it.
Yeah, because it means that it's close. It means the season is almost here.
Football, I think preseason football is more of a joke than MLB spring training or NHL preseason.
NHL preseason. NHL preseason.
I think the only reason think I will give NFL. I will say that NHL preseason slightly better. NHL, yeah. NHL's preseason slightly better. That the starters are actually playing. Are getting actually getting
played for a while.
Yeah. They're there playing. You're not getting freaking 18th string freaking Scott. Or freaking or Joe Random.
Yep, Joe.
You're not getting this 18th dude who's never good.
Dan Orlovsky.
Yeah.
Lions had to deal with him.
You're not getting this guy who's never going to see playing time in NHL. For the most part. Might every once in a while.
Yeah, you'll see. Yeah, the people that are trying out for like depth spots or something.
Yeah. And we'll go to their minor league. You're not watching players who are good. Yeah. You're not watching someone who's going to get cut in for most likely. So there's that. Yeah. That's why I think preseason biggest joke. You're watching players who are basically cut most. The majority of them do. Yeah. Unless you were watching for preseason.
Yeah, which then almost everything is.
Yeah, has been decided. But you're like weeks 1, especially 1 and 2, you're watching players who are literally gonna get cut.
Yeah, starters play like a series and then
maybe.
Yeah, if we're they play like a series and they're out and then it's Wayne Washington and Dan Orlovsky the rest of the way.
Exactly.
Or AJ McCarron and all the back for the string running back for the Bengals. AJ McCarron is still there, right?
Yeah. Alabama starting quarterback. Still has yet to win an NFL game.
All right.
The last starting quarterback from Alabama to win an NFL game was in 87.
Is that bad?
It's not good. That's all I have to say.
Michigan quarterbacks won our NFL game. Then Chad Henne was bad, but he at least won some games.
Yeah, Chad Henne won a game or two.
Awful Jaguars and awful Dolphins.
All I'm gonna say is like, if it wasn't for Tom Brady, Tom Brady was a freaking.
Yes.
Michigan Wolverines would not have any quarterback to say, hey, look what he could do in the NFL.
Right.
You can point at Chad Henne. Oh, hey, he won like 2 games.
Yeah.
I mean, it's better than what Texas A&M, Johnny Manziel. Hey, he played some games.
Yeah. He played some games. No, I feel like Johnny Manziel did win some.
I think he did.
Yeah. I think he did win some.
Yeah, but he's not in the NFL anymore.
Yeah.
Which we'll get. I have a lot. Let's finish the topic before I get onto the Browns, because this is a funny one. I just thought about this.
Oh, we're talking Browns. Oh, boy.
Yep. And we have trade talk later.
Hell yeah.
Obviously, last Thursday, I mean, you guys didn't see it till yesterday, Quintana trade broke, and I want to get into that after how he played Sunday. This past
One of
weekend.
these days. Days that just happen.
Back to the Lions and Calvin Johnson, though. That's what we were talking about before we got on.
The initial time.
Yeah, and so you're happy that they're inviting him back to minicamp just to try and, like,
because it'd be nice to see him play again.
Okay.
You know, from the ship from him coming back out of retirement and playing for the Lions obviously has failed. So just to see him play again would be cool, and to see him go and win somewhere. Cool. So if he got out of that Lions contract, if Lions let him go and he goes and plays on Raiders or the Patriots, that has a chance to win a championship.
How would you feel if?
That would be rough. I feel like that would almost probably be one of the stipulations if Lions had any. We're gonna let you do this. Go to the other conference.
Okay. See it. I just wanted to know how you what you thought of that.
That would be hard because especially if he went to like even as places in the NFC. I feel like if he went to teams in the NFC, it wouldn't be a big deal. Don't always play those teams. Nowhere in the North. Nowhere in the NFC North.
Well, if he stays in the NFC North, not the Lions, he's going to the Packers.
He's going to the Packers.
Because he's not going to go to Minnesota.
And he's going to murder us.
Definitely not going to Chicago. They struggle to win.
It's Trubisky.
Okay, so that's. I just wanted to get your thought on that. Real quick on the Browns, as I said earlier, this is a team give up. Let's talk about something else. Okay. Let's talk about the J.D. Martinez trade because I have some opinions on this.
Oh boy.
That I want to hear yours first. I think the Tigers are giving up on.
I think they are too. I think that's exactly what Al Avila kind of said happened. Which is interesting because we've been farther out of the race before and they did. And then...
I was expecting something.
Something newsworthy!
Yeah, I was expecting it's just starting lineups.
Right. Yeah, it's... Al Avila pretty much said we're giving up. I think at last checked we were 5.5 games out of the division. 4.5 games, and we're... I mean, I understand we're under 500, and this is a bad team that didn't go.
I believe 4.5 back because
endings 5 even.
Oh, 5 even. Okay.
5 even because we lost 2, and then you guys have the day off, so it might be accounting for that already.
Possible.
So,
I think the Tigers are like done. So,
it's definitely a big blow of my prediction, which is they're going to come back and win the American League Central. And my really bold prediction was they were going to come back, win the AL Central, make the World Series, win the World Series, and all that. My prediction took a blow, and oddly enough, that was the day JD got traded. Was the day that I said that was going to happen.
That really took a blow.
Yeah,
so all I'm going to say, you know who the Tigers have in the outfield, and think of who they got.
Yeah, the problem...
who's going to right field now?
They're probably just going to start Mikey Matuk every day. Maybe not every day. Maybe they'll switch between... I know, I think in the game on Tuesday night, they had Alex Presley in center left, and then Tyler Collins in right. Or no. No, left is held out by Justin Upton. So center field, I think, was Collins, and then right field. Yeah, the outfield's bad. Outside of Justin Upton, the outfield's really bad.
No, your outfield is now
terrible.
Bad. And
defensively, anyone can go out there and catch some fly. And that's another thing. And J.D. Martinez is not a good defender. He's in the lineup for bat. But, but capable.
Yeah, that's the thing. He was not a phenomenal defender.
No.
By any stretch of the imagination.
Imagination.
Obviously, I can't word. He was not a phenomenal defender. He was a solid one. Get the job done.
Average.
Yeah. He was average, which realistically, it got the job done.
His bat made up for it a million times over.
Does, whoever they put in right field, does their bat make up for it?
Oh.
B, are they so phenomenal defensively that their glove makes up for how bad they are?
I could simply answer your question just by no and no, but I will go into it. It is impossible to try and replace J.D. Martinez on this roster right now because what I said before, the outfield is so bad.
Yeah.
So, and the players that we have out here wouldn't be starting on 20 of the 30 major league teams that are out there. They're that bad.
Yeah.
Alex Presley is
30, on the Padres.
31, 32 years old, and he's good. Tyler Collins is a little bit younger, but he's also he's good.
Again, wouldn't be starting on the Padres.
Wouldn't be starting, and no, starting anywhere.
Then again, the Padres have
So, to replace him this season with what we have on the team, possible. Offensively, but with offensively, there's no way. JD Martinez, for about a 3-season stretch, was arguably the most clutch bat and the best combination of average and power that we had.
Yeah.
Miguel Cabrera has been solid with average for the last 2 years, not this year. So
you need to get him on.
Yeah, it's inevitable at this point. It's going to be the highest paid.
Oh yeah,
I think will. But losing JD Martinez, bat is terrible, and then putting somebody else in the outfield, Tyler Collins or whoever ends up playing the most. There's no way the defense justifies it, but makes it so you almost forget it. I mean, there's no way.
The thing. If you're gonna, JD Martinez, you're probably the best field player you have.
Oh yeah. Sucks that he missed the first month of the year. Yeah, we could have won some games if he was on it, and then he came back and then he hitting big home runs.
Is the best bat you've had all year.
Too.
And he has been the best out in the field, most useful player out in the field. Granted, it's right field, and it's right field. I think left fielders are a little bit more important than right fielders at times.
And more right-handed bats.
Yeah. However, he was by getting rid of him, you're essentially saying we're done for the season.
Yeah.
Back in 2008, faced Sabathia to the Brewers, which we'll get to this because number 5 player on best player to be named later trades came out of that trade.
Oh.
So okay. We'll get to this in a second. And granted,
I'm excited to hear this list.
Yeah.
We touched on it last time, the best player to be named later, and I'm really
so when the Indians traded Sabathia, and granted, Sabathia was having a terrible year. ALCS, he just couldn't recover from how atrocious he was in the ALCS in 07. When he was 0 for 2 and had a 10.50 ERA. Either 10 or 11, somewhere between.
Not as bad as William Cuevas.
And I was at the opening day game in 08. Back when Progressive or Jacobs Field got changed to and Sabathia pitched good. It was against the White Sox.
Yeah.
Amazing that I remember this, but they won 9-2. Sabathia pitched great, but after that, entire season down. So, and granted, we didn't have a solid pitcher on the staff at that point in time. The Indians were just kind of giving up, basically. However, now in the long run, good idea that they. I don't necessarily think, especially considering what the Indians did get out of that trade now, I don't necessarily think Tigers will get what they got out of that. Get anything that can even remotely replace JD Martinez.
Oh yeah. I'm not down for the prospects they got. Simply
from the Diamondbacks.
Yeah, from the Diamondbacks, who I'm pretty sure have been over and over again been graded the worst farm system in existence. Their farm system is really, really bad.
Not just in baseball, in the world.
Pretty much in the world.
In any sport.
Yeah, why you would trade him to the Diamondbacks is beyond me. And then why you would trade him for I feel like if you went and only gotten 2 prospects and got better ones, that would have been better instead of going for the number 4 overall prospect of the Diamondbacks organization. And what does that say? He's the number 4 prospect of the Diamondbacks organization. That is the worst farm organization that there is. Yes, at third base. Where we already have a third baseman.
Think about it. Nick Castellanos is the third baseman for the Tigers.
Yeah, I mean the way it's looking up and
the second, Victor Martinez, Miguel Cabrera's going to DH. Castellanos, I swear to God, I'm not even a Tigers fan. I will drive down to Detroit, fucking punch Brad Ausmus in the throat if Castellanos doesn't get from third to first.
Yeah, I feel like
Nick Castellanos is a terrible defender.
Yeah, pretty bad.
And that dude is a third baseman.
I feel like
for that prospect they got as a third baseman.
Depending on when Victor retires. Like if Victor retires after next season instead of this one, then you've now got a total year and a half for this Dawel Lugo guy or whatever, however you pronounce his name. Dawel. You now have a year and a half to have him MLB ready, if that's even.
At best.
At best. So, and that's if Victor doesn't retire after this year because he's having a down year.
Yeah.
He's really, I think, starting to show like the wear and tear.
37.
I think he's 8.
37, 38.
Yeah, so if he retires after the 2018 season, then that's what I think you do. And anybody that's kind of like trying to look toward when this Lugo guy is going to be playing third base is probably thinking once Victor retires, the DH spot gets filled by Miguel Cabrera. Castellanos gets moved. Guy gets to play third.
So that's if Victor retires after 2018.
That's if Victor retires after 2018.
All I'm going to say, like I said, I'm saying this retiring after here.
I wouldn't doubt it. He's not looked good.
If Victor does retire after this season, like just pack it in for next season. Try and get some Lugo guy.
Yeah.
Gonna be right.
Yeah.
Baseball next.
Probably already a better defender than Castellanos.
Yeah, but that's not saying much. I could be a better. Come on. Play better bat, man.
Nick's bat, I mean, he can hit. Like, he hits the ball real hard all the time. And
hard doesn't matter if it's if it's not playable.
It never. No, he puts it in play, but he hits it right at people. Problem.
That doesn't help either.
Like, he doesn't drive the ball towards the gap. He pulls the ball to left field or go right to the right fielder. That's what Nick's problem is.
If the fielder has to move 2 steps to get the ball, like that doesn't really help you.
Yeah, that's kind of what goes on with Nick.
All I'm gonna say, I hate saying, "Oh yeah," especially when we're halfway through. Just don't worry about next year. But like Nick Castellanos,
I do not know.
And like as much as Roman is not a phenomenal player, he is a utility player.
Yeah.
Like, put him in. Put him there.
Third?
Yeah.
Right.
Put him there. Like, if Victor retires this season after this, Cabrera needs to go directly to the DH, no matter what. Like, he can't great defender. It doesn't take a lot to be a great defender.
It takes nothing.
Yeah. You have to instantly Castellanos over the freaking first.
55 averages.
Okay. Thank you. Terrible. Better than what Roberto Perez.
How about that? Oh, well, that's better than he was. I'm pretty sure he was like an 086 to start the year.
At one point this season, 050. Is that bad?
Yeah, that's bad.
That doesn't even get a... That's not good.
No.
That's just... Yes. That's bad.
Yeah, I hear that's bad.
That's not good. At all. Well, that's how bad it was at one point. 050. That's... Yeah. All I'm going to say is... Jan Gomes was not too much higher than that either. Both of our catchers couldn't hit the ball. Right? So you have to like instantly, like you need to move freaking Castellanos, get him off of third. You have to put Romine there.
So be it.
Or even if you really have to bring this freaking Doel Lugo and put him at third, even though he's never played an MLB game.
Oh.
He may...
No.
It's quite possible he could be more competent at third. Freaking...
Yeah, and then he can bat the 050.
Yeah, he can bat 050. Then the other two prospects are like a bag of unassembled recycled golf balls. That's all I'm gonna say.
See, that was my main issue with the turn. Like, if you get number 4 prospect, number 15 prospect in their organization, and then some unknown with this potentially huge upside, they called it.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. If you get that, get some variety in what you're getting back. Get an outfielder. Get some pitching, which you need so desperately. Get somebody else.
Yeah.
And instead, that they get 3 infielders, 2 shortstops.
Yeah.
Actually, I think it was 3 shorts. The third guy plays short.
Yeah.
Lugo is the only one that plays both. He's played third and short.
Yeah. Come on. Some variety. Diamondback. Like, that means where they're ranked.
This is an odd one. Not MLB. We are going Beer League.
Oh boy.
Chicharito. Javier Hernandez. West Ham.
Wasn't expecting that. I was really expecting him to play for United.
Oh,
well,
why?
There goes that.
Why would anybody want to play for West Ham? You're out. Can't do the show.
Podcast done. I can't. What the fuck? Was it a loan or was it purchase?
Stand by.
Okay. If it was a loan, okay, that's one thing. If it was purchase, that's like I'd be able to if it was a purchase.
Please be alone.
God, please be. Hope to God this is a...
I don't believe it is.
Damn. Well.
Then, yeah, $13 million release clause activated. Yep, and it says the headline is that he agrees to join West Ham. So it's not like he was on loan to West Ham. I feel like he wanted to go and sign a contract for West Ham.
Who goes to West Ham?
That's okay. John Terry's playing Aston Villa.
Yeah, equally as bad and saddening. What the hell? I can't. I about took your bottle and threw it too, and it's half full.
Half full.
More than half full. Yeah, what? What? Supposed to play for West.
I'm speechless. It's not a very good thing on a podcast, but
no,
I'm speechless.
I got nothing. So okay, yeah, that's all I gotta say about that. The Tigers kind
of yeah, back on. Yeah, they did. And after last night, I'm more inclined to trade Justin Wilson than ever.
Yeah, you said that earlier.
Because best bullpen guy we had, and we're blowing saves. We're getting hot and we're winning games. We won. I think we had either won 5 straight or we were going for 5 straight. And it's like, oh, maybe we're actually starting to do good. Back in the 9th, did it? Lone save.
Yep.
Just when you can't have one.
Yep. Oh, Tigers are at a point. Your pitchers can't. This far below 500. The way you're gonna make the playoffs is by winning. Can't be below.
No.
So, real quick, I have one more thing before we best player to be named trades. Could be a good list. You haven't seen this list.
I have not seen this list. I am very excited to see it.
Yep. So, about the Kentucky. Now we've.
Well, I liked it when it happened. I think it was a deal for both teams.
Not the. What did they get
Yeah,
out
but
of
at
it?
the same time, the White Sox are
mean-
already like stacked for the future anyway.
True.
Like they can afford to have a bad one. I mean, they've
Yeah.
already and he's making his debut in the I think today, Yohan Moncada.
Yeah.
I think they've already hit home runs with Moncada and their farm system stacked from all the deals that they've made the last couple of years. They can afford to somewhat miss on one, and you don't even know if it's missing because this prospect was, I think, the number 9 overall in baseball, the number 1 trade piece that they got in that deal. So it's not bad. I think it was a good deal for both teams because Chicago Cubs needed pitching and the White Sox needed fire sale.
Yeah.
They really got it with the Frazier deal.
Yeah.
Todd Frazier, Tommy Kahnle, both gone. David Robertson gone.
My thing, I don't know. When it comes to pitchers, Quintana was their best pitcher
By far.
And Quintana's not old. What, 20? In his 20s.
He's a younger guy. I don't think he's hit. I think he's a free agent after this year, maybe a free agent after next year.
I think
like that. So he's still on
this year.
He's still on status right now.
Yeah.
So he's relatively young.
Realistically, he probably wasn't going to re-sign with the Frazier.
I would be shocked if he did.
But this is if the Tigers gave up with getting rid of Martinez, the White Sox really gave up with Quintana.
Well, believe it or not, the White Sox are worse.
Well, exactly.
That is
why I'm saying the White Sox really, really just.
And they have more expiring contracts than we.
The White Sox are like, we're done, not just for this season. We're done for next season and possibly the following.
And
season.
you get to deal with this as well as I do. White Sox are going to own in the future. They're going to be they're going to be really good.
5-6 years from now, White Sox will be a good team.
The wrong Sox are going to kick us in the ass.
Yep. The White Sox will be a good team. Okay, let's get to as promised from last week and earlier today.
I'm so stoked.
The best player to be named later trades. This list I do want to mention is 3 years old. I found one more recent, but it was not credible when I've deemed it uncredible.
Deemed it uncredible.
When Cowboys, the Dallas Cowboys, 18th string quarterback Brandon Weeden was higher on the list than the man who comes in at number 1 on this list. So, top 5 player to be named later trades as of ESPN from 2014. Number 5, this is the one I was talking about.
Yes.
Michael Brantley came from Milwaukee to Cleveland for the CC Sabathia trade. There was also Matt Laporta, Zach Jackson, and Robert Bryson.
Oh,
that was not, the Robert Bryson. Come on, whatever. I could go on. Matt Laporta not playing anymore.
No.
Zach Jackson not playing anymore. Zach Jackson retired after his MLB debut. All I'm gonna say. Number 4, Gio Gonzalez.
Oh, interesting.
In 2005, the player to be named later when the White Sox dealt him for someone. Gio Gonzalez now plays for the Nats.
Jim Thome trade.
Yeah, thank you. I was trying to find it. It was the Jim Thome trade, and there's also cash involved because
Cash
considerations. Number 3, Marco Scutaro.
Oh, my man.
This one hurts me as an Indians fan because we got some awfulness. Awfulness out of that.
What could it have been?
Players not too long after.
Oh,
that's bad. That bad.
Yeah, that's bad.
Number 2, Coco Crisp. Another, again, these are players who, like...
Coco Puffs himself.
Yeah. These are all players who have done either a lot for their teams, or, in the case of number 1, did a lot for their team. Coco Crisp was sent to St. Louis from Cleveland, another one that kind of hurts me.
I feel like a lot of these involve Cleveland.
The first one will not.
The first one doesn't.
Only 3 of them have.
Yeah. 5, though.
Yeah, 3 of 5. And number 1, David Ortiz.
You know what? I totally forgot about David Ortiz.
Well, because it was in 96.
Yeah, but you knew that he did get traded from Minnesota?
Yeah. To Seattle.
Yeah.
So, yeah, think about this. Or he got traded from Seattle to Minnesota before he was then released and signed with the White Sox. David Ortiz is probably the best player to be named later ever.
Best hitter ever.
Best designated hitter. He wasn't like a terrible first baseman.
No, even though he never played it.
Yeah, he rarely played first base. Yeah. But he was a decent first baseman. So there's your top 5.
Man.
As again,
that's actually really good. That's better than I expected it to be. Brantley, Gio Gonzalez.
Yep.
Honestly, I would have put Scutero number 5.
Yeah. Players wise, I agree with it. Ranking wise, I would have had Scutero, Brantley, Coco Crisp, and then.
I mean David Ortiz.
However, they're going. If you look at, they're going off wins above replacement. No, I don't really.
Neither do
phenomenal stat.
No.
So there's that. And as I said, the one article I looked at earlier, had Brandon Whedon. Because the one article I looked at earlier was a top 10. Brandon Whedon was number 10. David Ortiz was 11.
I got nothing.
Brandon Whedon.
I got nothing.
Who didn't even make it out single A ball. All I gotta say. Brandon Whedon, who never made it out single A ball. Apparently was a better player to be named later trade than David.
Brandon Whedon, the GOAT.
God. What? Brandon Whedon.
The old man.
Who wrote that article? That's all I gotta say. Who wrote that? It was bad. Let's see. Cash considerations.
Cash considerations.
Cash considerations is. You get straight this.
There we go.
It'll be a running joke on the podcast.
Forget the Homer Dome T-shirts, man.
Cash considerations. Let's see. Talked a lot about trades today.
We did talk a lot about trades, and that's only going to
next week.
Next week is going to be right before the deadline, so
next week's podcast. Next week's podcast will be right before the deadline. I don't really want to talk too much about trades anymore because we've spent almost the entire hour on minutes in. And I thought about this last week. We did our NFL prediction.
Yes.
Really don't want.
No, we might. No, it's too. It's too early.
A, it's way too early, and B.
Yeah, I was gonna say that my NBA prediction: Cavs, Warriors in the finals again.
Yep, same. Yep, exactly. Definitely did not cover NCAA prediction because NCAA is actually only a month away. College football is a month away, guys. And I personally enjoyed college football.
I love college.
I love college football.
My team been a little up and down last 10, 15.
Down and up.
Yeah.
With Rich Rod and Al Borges together, and I do like hot dogs.
We're on the upside now. It's okay.
For how long?
I don't know. I know.
This is a serious question I want to ask you.
Okay.
You're a Wolverines fan. I feel like you... Yeah, pointing over here. Like.
Well, yeah, I guess the
Jordan logo. Oh, so
they might as well replace the block M with the.
you might have realistic some Michigan fans I talk to.
Yes, because every Michigan fan says, "Oh, we're the most winningest team in college football history."
You're also the oldest team.
Yeah, we're also one of the oldest. One of the oldest. We've been around a long time.
All I'm gonna say is
we're gonna win a national championship every year.
Ohio State is 5 years.
Yeah, approximately.
It'll only take us 5 winning seasons. That's all I have to say.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's...
Actually, no, I don't even think 5 years.
It pays to be first to the party, I guess I'll say.
Yeah. I think it's older than 5, but we still would only 5 winning seasons. That's all I have to say.
5 winning seasons. 5 losing.
Yeah.
It's not like it's that crazy. I feel like we only...
It's a relatively small gap between Ohio State's wins and Michigan's program. Like, it's 5 or 6 seasons. I did the math one. How long, be honest with me, how long do you expect Harbaugh to stay at Michigan?
I feel like he'll be there until they do something.
Okay. Given his history with teams,
yeah.
How long do you expect there?
I feel like they can win a Big Ten championship the next. If they win a Big Ten championship, I could see him.
Yeah.
I feel like if he didn't get like a national championship, I feel like it'd almost be. Wow, that was a time.
Yeah.
I could see him being there for 5 more years, probably at the ceiling. Because he's got to go back to pro football at some point.
Yeah.
And his name is going to be it's going to be one of those names that you hear every off season is going
to be tagged with something.
Everybody's anyone that has a coach opening is going to say, "Oh, hey, let's go get Harbaugh. He doesn't want to coach at Michigan anymore. He wants to move back to the pros." It gets every year.
The thing is, look, every job he's 4 years there.
Yeah, and this is already year 3.
Year 3. I do not expect. I'll give him 2-3 more years. Not just as an Ohio State, someone who's looking at it I don't foresee him there. I was talking to someone.
He doesn't stay at the same job for.
I would say 2 years. If they don't win, they kind of struggling how they have been in games or against Iowa.
Yeah,
because y'all can't beat Iowa.
No, yeah,
it's kind of comical.
It's becoming a weird thing with the can't beat Iowa.
You guys can't beat Iowa. Ohio State has issues. I don't know which one's worse.
By the way, Michigan 915 all-time wins. Ohio State 860.
Yeah.
Closest to Michigan is Texas at 884.
Another program that.
And on the way back up.
Yeah. Exactly. And a team. There was a handful of years there where Ohio State was just.
Yeah, after the whole wrestle thing.
Because we only had freaking pickle one.
Yeah.
It was after fucking Hayes.
Think about that. The last time Michigan beat Ohio State, Luke.
No. In my lifetime, Michigan, Ohio State, and by extension, or by extension, your lifetime, Michigan is Ohio State.
That's 6. Very streaky.
It's only happened twice in the 2000s.
Yes.
03.
The one, 03, and then this 2011. Yeah, because that was Hope.
I'll go in on the podcast for a second. You hear me knocking on the desk. Yeah. That's funny. Hot dogs.
Right.
He
loves hot dogs. I heard they're good in North.
I heard they're good. Or I mean, it could be worse with how Borges thought freaking the spread was something. This is how I feel the conversation went down with Rich Rod and Al Borges. Hey, this is Rich Rod. Hey, we're gonna run the spread. Stuff with toast.
I didn't know anyone was toast.
Yeah, I didn't know someone was making toast.
We're gonna be 10-time toasting champions, multiply consecutively.
Okay, so now we got all the jokes out of the way. That was fun. I really wanted to get your opinion on the whole Jim Harbaugh thing.
Yeah.
Because a lot of Michigan fans I talk to think he's going to end his career there. No. Like, I understand you...
All of a sudden, he goes from hopping around from job to job. Like, just think about, since everyone who has known who Jim Harbaugh is, when he brought Stanford back from the dead. He's gone from Stanford to San Francisco and then now Michigan in just this little stretch.
In 7 years.
Yeah, because Harbaugh's name was tied to Michigan back when they fired Rich Rodriguez.
Yeah.
And they didn't get him because Dave Brandon is fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Dave Brandon.
They got hot dog, man.
Dave Brandon decided, oh no, he's not worth it. We're gonna go with somebody.
Gonna go with this hot dog dude.
Brady Hoke belongs doing hot dogs on
the. Not even in Ann Arbor.
No.
I mean, it's probably not
freaking Des Moines, Iowa.
Probably not even welcome back.
No, well, he's a Michigan man. Whatever that means.
Yeah, what the fuck? Some fuck does that mean?
I don't know. It's something that you know.
It's one of those.
It's one of those terms that
people like to throw around to make them think that
they threw it on Bo, and then everyone after Bo. So they threw it on Dave Moeller because he was on Bo's staff, and Lloyd Carr because he was on Bo's staff. And basically anybody that worked for Bo or anybody that worked for somebody that worked for Bo, like Brady Hoke, who worked for Lloyd Carr, he was on Lloyd Carr's staff, and on Dave Moeller's staff. I think he was on both. But, anybody gets that term, I guess, if you're even somewhat associated. Michigan man. Whatever that means. Like Jim Harbaugh, they call him a Michigan man.
Yeah.
Because he played for him.
All I'm going to say is, it's a term, I've noticed it's a term that Michigan fans, not trying to single out amongst.
No, because I don't use it.
But the majority of Michigan fans who think, oh, hey, this guy's going to be loyal to our program instead of the next fucking job that comes up that's going to offer a shit ton of money.
Well,
and all I'm going to say, I definitely think it takes the right freaking open. It definitely takes.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he ain't going to go leave and play or coach for the Browns. I mean, that's
that was one of the openings past fall.
The one that I did take a little bit of, or pay a little bit of attention to last year. He was Colts, and he obviously played for the Colts.
Yep.
And so when they were talking about firing Chuck Pagano, that was... I don't think they fired Pagano.
Okay.
Which I don't see. They can't blame Pagano for what's going on in Indy because that team is just bad.
Yeah.
They can't assemble a team there. They wasted half of Peyton Manning's career, and now they're wasting Andrew Luck. Like, they have been one of the more gifted franchises. They could be the Green Bay Packers and had Brett Favre and then now Aaron Rodgers. Instead, nothing.
Freaking Jim Irsay, bad owner. Like that freaking dude.
Oh, Kroenke.
Yeah. Kroenke owns freaking rest of other. Like, Kroenke owns Arsenal. No. Who the fuck does he owns he has stake in a Premier League team.
West Ham.
Maybe West Ham. If you have West Ham, I might just walk off the podcast. I will get up, climb over this. The only way I can get out.
We're both gonna leave. The dogs are gonna have to hit stop recording.
Yeah, you're just gonna hear the door slam.
Yeah.
Walter.
We're about to go hit some dingers.
Walter. Cronkite. What? No.
No.
That's
no,
fucking...
It's Stan Kroenke.
Yeah,
Stan Kroenke. Ah.
We suck. Oh, it's spelled with a K now. I know.
Ah.
Let's see. Let's go through all the teams that Stan Kroenke owns real quick.
Jesus Christ.
Or has
stake in.
Yeah.
Has an ownership.
The Denver Nuggets.
Okay.
Bad team.
No good. They got Paul Millsap now.
You really think it's gonna help them? Okay. I just wanted to make sure.
No.
Colorado Avalanche. When was the last time they were relevant? They were the worst team in the
Law.
They were the
Joe
worst.
Sakic.
They were the worst team in the NHL this year.
Alex Tanguay.
Colorado Rapids in the MLS. Real quick, let's look. Ow, is that what you said?
No, I said Tim Howard.
Oh, yeah, Tim Howard. Let's see. How are the Rapids doing? Here's your MLS update brought to you by me.
We're not the podcast is not sponsored yet.
Yeah, by the MLS. The Colorado Rapids doing worse than the Los Angeles Galaxy, which... Is
that possible?
I did not think so. As a Galaxy fan, I did not think they could be worse. Hell, Minnesota looked good.
Yeah.
Minnesota freaking looked good this year. They are only... the only reason Colorado is not last is because goal differential. Colorado has a -8 goal differential. Minnesota has -17. Is that bad?
Yeah, I hear so. I hear that's not good.
I hear letting up a bunch of goals is not good.
Yeah.
Colorado 10th in the Western Conference, 19 points. Colorado Mammoth, a National Lacrosse League team. Which is why you didn't know. Which is why neither of us knew who they were. Let's just click their Wikipedia. Click their Wikipedia link. Last championship. Take a guess. They've been around since 2003. Take a guess when their last champion.
2003.
2006. You were close. That would have been my guess too.
Championship of their first year.
That would have been my guess too.
It's like what Atlanta's trying to do in ML.
Right? Okay. Los Angeles Rams and
Yep.
Joke. Bad. And Arsenal. I was right.
Oh, okay.
I would have. So thank God it's not West Ham because I would have walked out. I would have been like, this dude's an ass. I don't like it.
We're going home.
I already am home.
This is true. Yeah.
We're going to your house.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Deal with the week. For the podcast in my room, massive, and the echo is.
Yeah. What were we talking about before we got on Kroenke? I don't even remember. I definitely don't remember. What got us to Stan Kroenke? What?
I got nothing. Must not have been all that important. Better move on.
Colts! Oh, God!
Oh, the Colts, yes!
We were talking
about Harbaugh.
Yeah, Harbaugh to the
Yeah.
Colts. And then I said freaking...
And then
I said Jim Irsay.
Jim Irsay, and then we were talking about bad owners.
Yeah, yeah. Like, what the f*** is there? That was the most random subject.
Oh my God.
No, yeah, Jim Irsay is a bad owner. So yeah, you really thought Harbaugh would go to freaking...
I didn't think he would go, but I put a little bit more faith into the fact that he was listening to the Colts and was at least hearing their offer.
I see what you're saying there.
Yeah. Because he's not gonna go to the Browns.
No.
I mean, it's just not.
No, he's gonna go to. I mean, granted, when he 49ers,
they were terrible.
Yeah.
They were a joke. They weren't quite as bad as the Browns are.
No.
But that's hard to do.
He's not gonna go back to San Francisco.
I don't think he'd be welcome back.
Probably not. Not at all. I don't see. I wouldn't put it past him to go to a lower echelon NFL team.
No, I wouldn't put it.
Because it's not like he's not going to be like hey, Bill Belichick's retiring, I'm going to the Patriots. No,
that would have been.
Knock the table over. The camera was. Yeah, sorry about that. It's not like it's gonna be. I highly doubt it will be a scenario where Bill Belichick retires and Harbaugh comes in.
Harbaugh comes in and has to
build the team.
Rebuild the team because Tom Brady will be gone.
At the time that Tom Brady, I don't think Harbaugh will stay.
Yeah, he'll go back eventually.
It will. It'll happen. Especially if he doesn't find success in the next 2 years. He's gone, in my opinion. So back with that, let's go back to our prediction for college football. I kind of want to go conference by conference.
Conference by.
Before we get into this major conference.
Yeah, we'll do the Power 5.
Yeah.
Like no MAC predictions coming from us, guys.
There's no way we can do that. Okay, so.
Yeah, why not? It might as well be a Power 5.
Yeah, fuck it. Let's do the ACC. Who do you have winning the ACC?
Gotta bring.
Yeah, I do too. Host to ESPN. Come on. Okay, I'm just gonna jump mine because I know who I'm. As much as I hate to say it, I know who's.
Yeah.
I think Florida State's going. See?
Well, I was gonna try and say something, and look at everybody, but I can't.
Realistically, here are your three options.
Yeah.
Florida State, Clemson. There is no
That's
third.
it. I mean, and Clemson's gonna take a step back because they don't have Deshaun Watson.
Yep. So there we go. We got So you have Florida State. 12. Big 12 is gonna be a hard one.
Yeah.
I don't want to say Oklahoma.
I am the biggest Baker Mayfield fan in the entire world. I think. I'm probably lying.
I'm probably lying.
I'm not lying, but I'm probably not
correct.
Correct, yeah.
Okay. I see what you're saying.
Because it's not, I mean, who else is even going to be competitive? I mean, Texas, you can never count them out.
Texas is going to struggle.
Baylor. Oklahoma State, you never know.
I mean, Baylor could happen.
No, fuck Baylor. No.
Fuck Baylor? Okay.
Baylor's not doing anything. I think it's...
I think it's okay. We got next. Big Ten. I think Ohio State's going to win it.
I think it's going to be... because it's not going to be a team from the Big Ten West. I mean, it's just not.
Yeah, let's look at the divisions real quick.
They're bad. Huh?
Yeah, ESPN doesn't have rankings. So, I mean...
Nobody good.
Wisconsin.
Nebraska.
That's the West. There's the West for you guys. Wisconsin, Nebraska.
Iowa.
Purdue.
Purdue, Northwestern, Minnesota, Illinois. Illinois or Purdue.
Yeah. I think, coming out of the West, Wisconsin will probably come out the West.
Yeah, because unless Iowa catches some sort of miracle. Yeah.
So, like I said, I think Ohio State has the best chance in the West.
To win just the Big Ten in general?
Yeah. They have the best. They definitely would have the best chance.
I mean, I don't see it being anybody... Now, the East is more interesting because I think there's 3 teams that can be competitive. Ohio State, Michigan, Penn State.
Yeah, Penn State.
Michigan State's dead.
I
think Michigan State is going back to the dead. I think they're going back to irrelevance.
They had 2 good years and now they're dead.
Yeah, they had miracles with Kirk Cousins. and Connor Cook was another green devil.
The miracle in which they somehow beat Ohio State because freaking Zeke Elliott was
Michael Geiger.
Zeke Elliott was hurt and they couldn't throw freaking. Can't throw a football freaking in 90-mile wind.
No,
kind of hard.
No. Yeah, that's how Michigan State loses a lot of games, is because they don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Like, they try to throw the ball in the freaking wind, in the rain, in the snow, and then they...
Yeah.
Yeah. They just don't. So, yeah, I think there's 3 teams that can...
I don't think Penn State's really going to be
as they were last year.
Yeah.
They could.
Think about it. Like, Ohio State fan?
Yeah, probably.
Penn State won off of miracle fucking plays.
Yes, it.
Which also could be chalked up as special team.
Michigan creamed them, but they were Penn State was injured up the ass.
Yeah. Penn State beat Ohio State off of off of 2 special teams that happened to end up being miracle freaking plays. Miracle plays for Penn State. And then they also won off of a pass interference.
Yeah.
That the Big Ten even later, and this isn't even just me being biased, when the conference even comes in and says, yeah, our ref messed it up, like, there's no bias in that. After that pass interference call where the freaking Penn State's safety and freaking defensive back pulled freaking I think it was Noah Brown. Literally got fucking horse collar pulled to the ground. And it wasn't called.
I feel like Big Ten officials
are bad. Officials are so bad. And when the freaking conference comes in, says, yeah, our refs missed this call. That's not bias right there.
No, it's... And, football fan... A hardcore football fan will try to say that griping about the officiating is... It changes games.
Yeah.
It really does.
I've
always thought that anything that happens in the game is fair game. Like, if something happens and you think that it changed your probability of winning, I feel like that's fair to discuss.
Do I really... Because pass interference in college is only 15 yards?
Yeah.
Which is stupid.
Oh, it's so stupid.
It's so stupid. If you had Noah Brown caught that ball, Ohio State's on Penn State's 15.
They win the game?
Yeah, most likely. Because Penn State couldn't stop him defensively.
Oh.
But...
Penn State couldn't stop anybody
as
you saw in the Michigan game. But I said, they were...
Ohio State would have had the ball on the 15 of Penn State. And had it been called a pass interference, Ohio State would have went from their 30 to their 40, which is stupid.
Yeah, I've always been most of the time the NFL gets it wrong with their rules. Overtime I've never been a fan of.
Overtime sucks.
But the way they do pass interference, mark it at the spot of the foul, makes so much.
Yeah, because a pass interference play, if
you're throwing Hail Marys down the field and at the end of the game, and they're just chucking them 40 yards down the field, and anybody can just grab on it, it's only 15 yards.
Yeah, no, it's stupid. That's kind of, I feel like, in that scenario, because the defender wasn't, at best, Noah Brown catches the ball and gets tackled right there. Worst case scenario for Penn State, Noah Brown catches the ball, he walks into the end. Because the defender wasn't going to make a play on the ball, and he didn't make a play on the ball. He literally just freaking pulled Noah Brown down by the freaking collar. Seriously, you're not going to call that? Come on. I don't think Penn State's going to be as competitive.
I have my hopes as a Michigan fan. I don't think they're going to go undefeated or anything. But I do think that they will... I think they'll probably be competitive. I think the one game that I could see us probably more than 50% of me says that they'd lose to Ohio State, just because I feel like they're better, but you never know what's going to happen by the time it gets to that point in the season.
Like,
we'll do our predictions before that game, right before the season starts. So, the official predictions.
It'll be really interesting that week. The podcast that week. We have to change it around that Thursday. Continue to do this on.
Yeah, right.
Thursday before that game.
Oh wow!
I'm assuming you don't want to do a podcast on.
Ah, what the hell? Why not? I'll do a podcast while eating turkey.
Lions would be playing at this.
That's the one thing that the Lions have always had, and that is that we can say, and that it's like that's ours. We love it. No, Dallas has theirs too, but it's not as big of
a. I
love the thing.
Mostly because the Bengals never play on Thanksgiving Day.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like another football game.
Yeah.
Especially come November. By then, the Bengals out of the freaking. So I'm just
last year they were.
Oh yeah, I'm just watching football to watch football.
That's it's why you watch like Sunday Night Football or Monday Night Football. Watch it to watch football.
I fucking hate.
I like them a little bit more now that they have Sean McDonough. I hate Mike Tirico.
Oh no, yeah.
I feel like that should be a part of our podcast next week. Awful announcer.
Great.
I don't even like. There are worse ones out there. I can't stand Mike. I don't like him at all. I don't think he's got a good voice. I think it sounds so forced. His excitement.
Mike Tirico is bad.
Like
Chris Collinsworth.
We'll talk about it next week.
Bad.
No, you don't like Chris Collinsworth? I like Chris Collinsworth.
I don't really like Chris. I don't know if it's just because I don't like him.
Don't ever judge their commentary by Madden.
But
it gives you a bad feeling about him. I get that. It's like why I can't listen to Doc Emmerich sometimes, because all I hear in the back of my head is his NHL commentary.
Oh yeah, that's true.
In like NHL 16. It's so bad.
I feel like I could
killed him with that script and his excitement. Like Doc Emmerich makes hockey. Hockey's exciting. He makes it 10 times more exciting.
Yeah.
The NHL 17 commentary. They move the puck into the zone. God, why? It's just so bad.
That's exactly what it is.
Score! Like what?
He scores!
It's almost as bad as a NASCAR heat spotters.
Oh God.
Clear low. Like if I'm driving a car and like that's what I gotta hear for a 4-hour race is my spotter in the highest pitched voice possible. Still there. Because when NASCAR Heat Evolution came out, there was only one spotter option. Okay. And it was Bobby Labonte, who was a driver. He's not a spotter. A driver that's in the game. So you could be passing Bobby Labonte, and Bobby Labonte's your spotter. I kid you not. So then they released the spotter packs, which was the greatest thing they ever did, because Bobby Labonte's spotter commentary had, I'm pretty sure, 3 or 4 lines.
Oh God.
Clear low, still there, and if that car didn't move that was on your inside or outside, it would just continue. Every 5 seconds. Still there.
Still there.
Still there. It was the worst thing ever. So he had, clear low, still there.
High.
Clear high. And I'm pretty sure last lap, and that was it.
Last lap. As if you needed a notification for that.
Yeah. And it's not, I don't even think it had, like, if a car came to your outside or inside and was all of a sudden there, I don't even think it said car, like, car high, car on the inside, anything like that. It would just say still there. Like, what do you mean still there? It wasn't there a minute ago.
That's great.
Oh, God.
No, I think the other part of it, Sunday night. I think that could be part of the issue. That Al might.
Hey, it could be worse. He could Collinsworth box.
True.
We're gonna have to both compile our list of like top 5 worst.
I can go. I can do.
We'll do top 10. We'll each have a top 10 list.
I feel like some of ours would probably be.
Yeah, I feel like I'll probably go for the most part national, but
Yeah.
I will go some of mine. We'll each compile a list. Best announcers, worst announcers.
Yeah. We'll get to that next week.
I feel like that could be a
Go on for another hour. No.
college football.
Oh yeah, college football prediction. Got us on an
What's that?
announcement.
I don't remember.
Yeah, so I say a big. Really?
No, I didn't. My prediction was not Michigan. I think Michigan
Oh.
can win. I don't think they're going to. I think Ohio State will probably edge them out, but I think there's a chance. There's a chance they finish 11-1 and miss the championship game by that game because I feel like Ohio State's probably going to go. And America happens, get beat. Yeah, but even still, they'd have to lose. I feel like they'd have to lose. And that season opener against Florida is kind of, it's not scaring me because we did kick Florida's ass 2 years ago in a bowl game.
Yeah.
But it's last time we played in that stadium, got creamed by Bama, by Alabama. But
Florida's a significantly better team.
They are, and so
I
are
will
we.
say that as someone who watches a lot of Florida.
Yeah, I feel like Michigan's better than they were.
Yeah.
We actually beat Michigan State that year.
I don't
last year.
really go full into the Vegas thing.
No, neither.
I think it's stupid. Vegas has Ohio State winning. Ohio State over Michigan.
I wouldn't put it that high.
No,
I'd put it
neither
probably
would I.
like 65-70.
Like they have Ohio State, according to Vegas, has about 80%, like 79.8% beating Michigan currently. And again, this is July 20th. That game was played November, like Saturday 20th.
Lots of things can
The
happen.
28th. I mean, Vegas also has Wisconsin beating Michigan 80%, 60%. It's Wisconsin. At Camp Randall, yes.
Yeah.
But still. So there's Big 10. Covered Big 12.
ACC. Got Pac-12 and SEC.
Still the Pac-12.
Pac-12.
The one that, like... God, the Pac-12 has been so irrelevant lately.
But I have a feeling back. They're going to back
I
this
mean,
year.
I don't want to say irrelevant because Washington.
Washington. Yes.
I think Washington... I personally do Washington. Or Washington or USC.
Fine, USC. I
Okay.
think. I watched the Rose Bowl this last year. I
Yeah.
always watch the Rose Bowl. USC looked on offense because both of the teams in that
I
game
know.
couldn't stop a damn thing.
I really thought that Rose Bowl game was going to get to 100.
I thought so too.
I mean, it did. Fine.
Yeah, combined.
I thought it was going to get to fine no more.
That was
It was bad.
USC. I think is they're on their way back and they're scary and they got a good back. So
Different. I do really think Washington.
yes,
They still have a solid team and they have a solid coach.
yeah, they returned.
Yeah. I still think Washington SEC Philly. I don't
need the standings. I don't need the teams.
as much as I really hate Bama, I think it's going to be Bama coming out the West, Florida coming out the East. Bama's going to win by freaking 20.
Oh.
At least by 20.
Yeah, once again, the SEC, I don't feel like there's anybody that's really going to challenge
Yeah.
Bama.
I think Florida, and I thought this going into the championship, I think Florida has the best chance to challenge Alabama, but I still think Bama's going to win by Okay, so that's what we have so far.
But yeah, we'll lock in our official predictions the week before the podcast, right before.
Oh, I mean, who do you have in your top 4 for the playoffs? Go there. Real quick.
Probably. So if we're going over like each conference, I think
because there's 5 Power 5 conferences.
Yeah, one's not going to make it. And I don't know if that necessarily means all of the champions of the conferences make it.
Yeah,
I feel like that's not going to happen.
True.
Alabama's in my top 4.
Okay.
USC in my top 4.
Don't have to give them.
No. Okay. So, Alabama, USC. I don't think Florida State's going to make it. Then I'd put Ohio State.
Okay.
And potentially Washington again.
Okay.
So 2 from the Pac-12, 1 from the SEC, 1 from the Big Ten.
See, my thing, because Ohio State and Oklahoma will play each other again this year. 3 again. I think Alabama's definitely going to make it in.
I feel like you could
Alabama's
not even.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alabama's a write-in. Right now saying Ohio State.
In the win it all, or
in the top 4.
In the top 4.
Alabama, Ohio State are my 2, or my 1 and 2. To get mine seeds. I am going in order.
3 mine seeds for.
Yeah, I'll get mine. I'll reseed. I'll probably change. Mostly because I'm not sure on 3 and 4. 3 right now, early. I will have Florida State.
I left out.
And 4 will be currently either Washington or. I'm still flopping on those 2 and 12. Right now, I'm going to go with Washington, who I have winning. And because Ohio State and Oklahoma play each other, Oklahoma will be the one left out, assuming Ohio State. Right now, I am. And then I might take it a step further and probably have out.
Right now, I can't pick anyone else.
No?
I cannot pick anybody else.
Right now, I think
the devil that is Nick Saban.
I think the only way Alabama's going to lose Ohio State's in.
Yes.
The only way I can see Alabama, like, Nick Saban can't beat Urban Meyer with consistency.
Yeah, that's the only team or coach he seems to struggle with is a team that's coached by Urban Meyer.
I mean, Urban Meyer could probably take freaking Little Sisters of the Poor Tech and beat Alabama.
Mary.
Yeah, right?
Rutgers.
Oh, God, Rutgers. Why do they say
Rutgers national champion.
No.
Oh yeah, that's not going to happen. That is not an official prediction.
That is not a prediction at all.
No.
So there's our early
predictions for college football.
Yeah. I did kind of want to cover those. Kind of just ran out of time last. Time for college football.
I know it's getting there. Like we said, a little. No, it's. I mean, Pittsburgh literally just won the Stanley.
Yeah, it's celebrated. So
do we have? Yeah, I don't think we have anything else. I mean, it's going to be a busy week next week. We got trade deadline creeping on up. There's probably going to be more deals that happen for that. I will say, and I'll tell you a short.
Okay.
So the day after, actually the night of the JD Martinez trade. So after that happened, I'm on Twitter, probably 3 in the morning, and I don't think I tweeted about it, but I retweeted this tweet. And it was, it said, Josh Donaldson traded to the Red Sox. So, I look at the story behind it, because I got baited.
Yeah.
The story behind it, my trending topics, Josh Donaldson was one of them. So I clicked on it, tried to find out why. I was like, did they trade Donaldson? Blue Jays having a bad year. It makes sense. top tweet up top. Name is Ken Rosenthal. Says Josh Donaldson traded to the Red Sox. I'm like, oh my god, that's a weird division like that.
Yeah.
And so without even looking at same picture, Ken Rosenthal, I got baited. Not a real Ken Rosenthal account.
Yeah, be careful be careful when it comes to who's getting traded, guys. That is important. We're getting to that point here, baseball, where people are going to start throwing that kind of stuff.
Oh yeah.
Careful with it, please.
Yeah.
Hard about it. Oh.
Instantly unretweeted it.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh, I got baited so hard.
Yeah, be careful.
And like I clicked on Josh Donaldson's name, and it's just the first one just sitting right up top. I'm like, they wouldn't put it up top. It wouldn't Ken Rosenthal.
Like I don't.
I really shouldn't. That's where I always go. I'll go to Rosenthal's Twitter or John Paul Monroe's, find out details or something. Like the entire time the JD Martinez trade was breaking down, I was on.
Yeah, I don't pay too much. Just
because of that reason.
Yeah. Our little public service announcement.
Yes.
I don't have anything.
I don't. Yeah.
Last week because we missed.
Yes.
Had a bit more cover. 5 minutes.
Probably good.
Realistically.
Right.
How long did it take you to?
40 minutes or so. It was not bad.
My 10 minutes.
I uploaded it or I put it on there. I did add a picture.
Oh.
So yours was like just a black screen. I mean, mine's just I just added my
logo.
My logo. My cheap ass logo. You know how cheap it was? It was free. I made it.
I mean, I have mine.
Mine is literally just blue background, 2 letters interlocked. I made it on a free photo editor with free shit and a free commercial font.
Yeah, right? Yeah, that's funny. Mine was $50.
Not bad.
No.
It's not a trick.
So that's going to be it for this podcast, guys. Thank you for watching episode 2. We're going to try and have it
And they watched it this time.
Yeah.
Luckily, you can watch this time.
You can watch this podcast.
If you watch the first one, like I said last week, you're something wrong.
You're doing it wrong.
You're doing it wrong. Like, just put it up, minimize the browser, and then do it that way. This is what you can watch.
Yeah.
You can see our faces.
We have real water.
Faces. Yeah.
We have real water. This isn't my water, but we have real water.
By the way, there's a Tigers logo.
Yeah, there is.
Official water of the Tigers.
We have real mouses.
I hate that.
This thing sucks. I bought this for freaking $10 at Walmart.
So
we have real keyboard.
Yeah.
We have real minimizing.
So I have 80 some dollars in Dell dollars. My computer purchase.
Yeah.
I feel like I need to buy a mouse.
Do it.
Use the 80 some dollars to buy a mouse and then pay out of pocket for the.
Do it.
I think that's.
We also have real hats.
Oh, well, my hat's been off camera the entire time.
Mine has been too.
I'm all blued.
Have microphones. You can see us.
We're here.
We have everything. We exist. Realized my mic itself was muted.
That probably just happened.
Probably.
Because I know I've seen that happen.
No, it just happened when
you threw the.
I tossed my keyboard on accident.
Yeah. That's okay. When we were streaming Battlegrounds last night, I said, I was muted for the early parts of my stream.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've watched your stream back. Mine was laggy.
I haven't watched my Battlegrounds. I do want to watch it back just to kind of see how it looked.
I don't think I can stream Battlegrounds on PC. I think I'm just gonna have to record.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't need the bandwidth.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna have to watch it back.
Yeah, I watched Mindbath and it was just.
It didn't look because, like I said, I had my phone so I could see my chat.
Yeah, and I watched. Yeah, I was watching mine on my Twitch dashboard, and it didn't even look that bad.
Yeah.
Until later, and then that's
when we probably started having encoding issues.
When the encoding thing got weird.
When it tried encoding at freaking 4,000 bits.
Yeah. Like I just looked down at my bitrate and it's like at 4,000, and the stream health thing, which should be green, was red, and I'm just like, fuck.
Yeah, because it was encoding too high.
Because it was encoding like at double what it usually does.
Yeah. So last week, guys, if you watch my stream, you know I have been dropping frames. Part of it was probably Charter.
Oh, it's big time Charter.
Charter sucks. The other part is because I'm a dumbass. Past like 4 days, he heard this story last night. I moved my computer out to the living room for podcast. I forgot to hook the Ethernet cable back up when I was getting ready to stream Thursday night.
So it's like what my stream was if you guys were my first live stream with my new setup.
But mine wasn't as laggy.
No, mine was pretty.
I mean, across like a 3-hour frame, I maybe dropped like.
Oh, I dropped.
Except for the one day where I went from freaking 100 bits, kilobits per second to. Well, I had something really fucking happen last night.
What's that?
So last night I got up after I got out the shower. And streaming Battlegrounds. I showered. You know what? I'm gonna stream Indians franchise game.
Oh boy.
And I did end up somehow winning.
Oh.
Almost blew it in the ninth.
Okay.
I was up 8-3 or 8-0. 8th and 9th when I brought in freaking. I had a 7-inning scoreless with Josh Tomlin.
Oh.
Bring in some just random freaking computer generated dude.
I try to stay away.
Yeah, well.
Oh, of course.
I was just using some computer generated freaking dude. Not even a dude. It was just
a thing.
Yeah. Computer didn't even give him a name that Matt Maskurgeon could pronounce.
Aw, rip.
It was just the number 58 or whatever.
Matty V.
It was just number whatever the guy's number was. And freaking 8th inning, 3 runs. I was up 8.
Okay.
And I was like, you know what? No, I can't do this. I can't pitch with this. Because this dude was so bad that the little bar, kind of like the second bar, that you basically want to line up on, where it gives you early, late timing.
Yeah,
the timing bar.
Yes.
Not the velocity.
Okay.
The timing bar was gone. That's how bad the pitching was.
Oh!
Like, that bad.
Yeah, I've had that happen.
I'm surprised I got out the inning.
I've had that happen.
And I was like, you know, I'm bringing in someone different. Gave up a run. Steve. I remember.
Yep.
I did end up winning like 8-3 or 8-4. However, that's not the weird thing.
Oh boy.
At one point last night, I'll be the show, 17. Franchise mode, not Diamond Dynasty.
Okay.
Dropped down to 0 kilobits per second.
Oh, great!
0!
Is that bad?
It's not good. No, like that's worse than not good.
That's terrible.
That's atrocious.
That's not working.
That's an atrocity. It only happened for like half a second.
Yeah.
Like I just happened to peek over at it.
I always peek over at it too when it's like really low. I just happen to look like, oh, what's going on?
It's at 0. I'm like, the hell? It was at 0
How
for
long
like.
has it been like this?
It was at 0 for like. I just peeked over because of where my computer is, where my chat is too. Like I went over just to take. I glanced over to see chat fully, and then I look over there. It drops down from 2,000 to 0. I was like, oh, and it was at 0 for maybe like a second. A second to a second. I'm like, That's a problem. And then it instantly from 0 back to 2,000. Charter.
That happened.
It wasn't. That was definitely not. That had to have been a Charter thing.
Oh yeah.
There's no way. Like Charter had to have been like. There had to have been a hiccup.
Let's just fuck up this guy's live stream.
Right. Real quick, I do want to talk about this. We talked about it a little bit before we end.
Okay.
How long have you been creating content? About a year now, right?
Taking it somewhat seriously and like actually like not just gameplay.
Yeah.
About a year. I got my microphone late August and into September was about a year since I've actually been streaming content.
Okay, so I've been going seriously. I've been going about 2 years.
Yep.
I have been doing free. I didn't start getting really serious about it for. What is the biggest mistake you have made streaming?
I may have told you this. I know I brought it up on my live streams. I was streaming. It was right around the time MLB The Show came out. So this really didn't happen.
16 or 17? 17.
Okay. So it really wasn't all that long ago.
A couple of months ago.
Yeah. I was just streaming. It was right after the game came out, and all of a sudden now this is I'm still like very novice at it. I still am. But I was even more so then.
Okay. Yeah,
like I was streaming straight through the console. I didn't watch a whole ton of live streams. I really didn't. So all of a sudden I have a whole ton of people coming into my chat and into my channel, and all of a sudden, like, basically, so I was getting raided. I didn't know what a raid was.
Oh.
I had no fucking clue.
Oh.
So all these people are coming into my live stream and just going, as in, I got raided by Mighty Goat. Okay. If you know who that is.
Yeah, I do.
I don't know who he is now. I don't watch him. I know who he is just because of this.
Yeah.
So I got raided by him. Yeah, I got raided by him, and my thinking is because people fucking get in my channel all the time. That's what I thought was happening. So I basically told them all to leave.
Oh. Yeah, I think I remember hearing this now.
Yep.
Yeah. No, you have to be
so that's definitely my worst mistake, because I didn't gain any subscribers from any of that, because I was like, early I was like just kind of like an absolute, I didn't tell them to leave necessarily, but I was kind of a dick to them at the start, and then I was just like, oh well, I just kind of like went back to what I was doing. Yeah. I was almost done with my stream anyway.
Yeah, like raids on Twitch.
Yeah.
Not as bad. Because on Twitch.
Yep. Yeah, no.
And
I've tried to do so, obviously I never had more than 10, 50
and
in my
usually
channel.
The person who.
Yeah.
So
you know.
Yeah.
And you can't host on YouTube.
Exactly.
Which is unfortunate.
So that's your worst mistake?
That's my worst mistake. I think.
So
because that could have been pretty decent. Like I had, by the time that people, like by the time I got everybody in the stream, I think that was coming over, I had like 60 people there, which was nuts.
Yeah.
And I've never come anywhere close to that.
Yeah.
Ever like since. So missed out on that one.
Mine. I told you about mine yesterday.
Oh boy.
Mine has nothing to do. Well, it has a little bit. Kind of. It has more to do with a game that I decided to. That game was No Man's Sky.
Oh god.
And I'm not gonna lie, I made a mistake buying into the hype of No Man's Sky, but the mistake was not as bad as me streaming No Man's Sky. No, don't. So let's see. Tuesday, I was streaming beta. Great game. Slightly biased. I love Destiny. But had someone come into my chat and say, hey, I'm unfollowing you because you haven't streamed No Man's Sky in like a year. And when No Man's Sky came out, about a year ago now, I streamed it for about a week because game. I would either start my stream with it or I would end it. Usually I would end it. Obviously, at least day I streamed it all day.
Yeah. That's normal.
Yeah.
All of my new releases coming out. I'm so excited,
Towards
guys.
the end of that week, I started kind of like I'm just gonna end my stream. So it's a relaxing game.
Yes.
Terrible game. But it's kind of relaxing.
I don't know if terrible games are relaxing, but I get what you're saying.
It was relaxing. It was easy. Like a mindless game, basically. And I will forever. And this kid said, "Yeah, I am unfollowing you because you." And I still, to this day, say streaming No Man's Sky was the biggest mistake I have done for making you form of content creation. Streaming No Man's Sky, biggest mistake. Solely because the best way I can explain it is like, okay, like, it took me away from my main content and kind of alienated a portion of my viewers who come from the main content that I created, games I played. Some of them stayed because they like my personality. Okay, cool. Yes. If I do like my personality, I would rather have maybe good at the games I stream, but I would rather you come and that's why I use webcam. Have a webcam.
I'm not good at it.
Like certain games I stream, I'm good at, but I strive to be an entertainer.
Yeah.
I'm not going. For most games I play, I will not sit there and play solely for you to see how good I am. I had some viewers who left just because they did not like they didn't like No Man's. They came back once I stopped streaming No Man's, but they left for they were gone for while I wasn't streaming No Man's. It hurt my channel because guys, some of these they saw me as someone who's selling out playing the new looks somewhat cool, and I also that week that I was streaming. And probably 300 people.
Oh, yeah.
Because the amount of people who came in, so much.
Yeah.
I banned probably 200-300 people.
And I feel like it'd be the same if we Battlegrounds.
Oh, God, yeah.
Because
definitely.
there are some people that, and especially because we're not all that good at the game yet.
Yeah.
There's people that would come in and, tell us, not playing the game right or something like that. And I'm like, dude, I'm just trying to have some fun.
Yeah, no, I had fun last night.
Yeah, I was going to say, we had a lot of fun last night.
I actually had a lot of fun last night. The only way I'll stream Battlegrounds if I'm playing with someone.
Yeah. But see, that was why I held off on streaming Battlegrounds. I don't want to play solos. Solos are terrible.
I won't be able to stream it without playing without someone else. I just won't. However, I do not know how people, Eric or Dr. Dis, can stream games like Battlegrounds and H all the fuck. Don't know how they can do it.
Dr. Dis.
Just got banned for 3. Still probably.
I don't know.
It was like I looked into it.
He'll be fine. He'll be fine. He can go play some H1 for.
Yeah, I just don't know how they can. Or freaking. That's their only game they play right now.
Yeah.
These are guys who are variety streamers, but it's really the only they play right now. I mean,
not much variety.
Well, I mean, there's not much out to play.
We're in that shitty time of year.
That's the one thing. I mainly play FPS games. Occasional FPS games that I mainly play. People don't like to see Call of Duty unless you're a professional player anymore. considering I haven't played Call of Duty professionally in 3 years. Oh, you don't play competitively. I really don't care. Playing to have fun and
Fun!
You're playing to have fun and embarrass people? No, I don't want to watch
Video games!
And
those don't go together!
Yeah. I still get a decent amount of regular people play Destiny. But I get of people come in and just sit on Destiny.
I feel like I'm more motivated now. Because now I can start beginning.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I can play Destiny 2 and I won't be like completely good at it for the early parts because everyone else is just starting too. Like there aren't it's kind of the same thing. It's kind of the same thing with Battlegrounds. Like the skill gap is so much for us right now because people have been playing this game for upwards of 6 months.
Yeah.
And it was the same thing as to why I didn't play the first Destiny. And I felt
I definitely. Like I wouldn't really play the beta.
No.
I mean, the beta goes open.
Okay.
Up to you.
The
only thing with the beta, like, network test. Not an actual beta, hey, finds it. Will our network fucking not die? Basically. Come across a bug, report it. Like, the only thing you can beta right now, first story mission. One of their 3-player co-op strike. And then but yeah, I wouldn't play the. Don't play it. Just I would recommend personally. I'd recommend Destiny. I'm a new. I would recommend playing it. I saw a couple of people when I was talking about it Monday. That seemed about Destiny.
Yeah, for sure.
So it's something.
It's a game that a lot of people are.
Yeah.
Like, you can find anybody and see even for me, I stream most sports games. The come into my channel know that I stream most. They're into Destiny.
Yeah.
Like they can get down for that.
I personally don't understand how you can stream a sports game. It baffles me that I can stream just freaking FPS games too.
Right.
I don't understand one genre.
See, that's what I'm trying to get out of it.
You're doing pretty good at it. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it also happens to be games you're streaming.
Yeah. Oh God.
So there's that, guys. I think we're gonna wrap the podcast up though. Now we're just kind of
rambling.
I didn't want to cover the first mistake ever made in content.
Yeah.
Thank y'all for watching. This was episode 2. Next week's going to be a lot busier, most likely, with Trade Talk.
Trade Talk, top 10 best and worst sports announcers of all time. Each have a list. I'm sure they'll differ.
Yeah. Next week, because I haven't really put enough time into Destiny 2 beta, I'll kind of come back and synopsize my feelings on the game other than I like it.
I like it. It's cool.
See what else we got.
Trade Talk's going to be pretty big, so I have a feeling that's going to be
majority of the episode. Oh, we went 45 minutes on Trade Talk.
And there were lit.
Yeah. We talked about player to be named later.
Yes.
I'm surprised I found that list.
I'm very impressed.
Thank y'all for watching. As always, as it was last week, I should say.
Yes.
Always has only been 2 weeks now.
Yeah, we can't really say always because
I'm your host, Austin. Find me on at GirlsPV, Twitter at Vex_Wolf, GirlsFP. And to my right,
got a lot of different. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter and pretty much everything as Twitchy Niche, except YouTube and Facebook, where I am Jordan.
Yeah. That's the only two places where he differs.
Yeah, I use my actual name.
I differ on YouTube and Twitch because World of FPS is taken.
Oh, that's right.
But it's an inactive account that doesn't exist.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Peace out, everyone. Stay classy.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Fuck.
Have fun.